What's up guys, welcome to the video. Thank you so much for joining me. Now today we're going to go through one of probably the best stock investments that I have done, and it's one that really means a lot to me as well because it's kind of the pinnacle of what I think about stock investing in terms of how I pick a company and what I look for and why I invest in a company. So what we're going to do is, the stock is Shopify. What we're going to do is kind of go over a bit over the company, why I invested in it, and then I'm going to show you a screen grab from my actual purchases of this company. So I purchased Shopify back in 2017. I think my first purchase was from there, and they were down to like $44 a share. So what I'm going to show you, you can see now they're a lot higher than that. We're going to go through my purchases, how much I paid for it, and then how much that is worth now. So first of all, what is Shopify? So I found out about Shopify because I work in the e-commerce space. I work in online marketing. I help with building websites. And as soon as I left university, I went to work for a really big corporation. Go over and get onto Shopify's site here as well. I worked for a really big corporation who were just in the process of building a whole new website. It was a £500,000 platform development. It took 9 months, nearly even a year, I think. And it was just crazy the amount of work and people and tech involved in that. Now, at the same time, I stumbled across Shopify because I wanted to start my own store and start playing around with e-commerce myself. I stumbled across Shopify and I was frankly shocked at how easy it was to use out of the box and how many amazing features it had and just how it just smashed everything out of the park. And I was looking at all these other complicated e-commerce platforms that these massive businesses were using. And then I was looking at this, and they were tens of thousands of pounds a month. And I was looking at Shopify, and it was $29 a month. And out of the box, you could have a website going in like a day. So I was instantly on top of this company. Like, I just love this to bits. I've built multiple websites on this platform now. I still run websites on this platform. And shortly after that, I saw them on the stock market and I was like, wow, I should be investing in these. I didn't have much experience of investing at that point, but I was like, if there's a company I want to invest in, it's this company. I believe in their mission. I know their product is great because I'm a user of it. And I know this is a hugely expanding market. People building stores online stores for their businesses is only going to go up. People shopping online is only going to go up. And when I looked at kind of all the different players in the market, this was just completely changing the game. There was no near competitor. So saying that, I went in, I invested and put a bit of money in that. So this is a screenshot that I took today, going back to my old purchases of Shopify stock. So you can see my early purchase of Shopify, and you can see here, this is all in pence, so British pounds and pence, but I paid £33.99 for my shares and bought 29 shares for that, and that was back in November of 2016 actually, so it was longer ago than I remembered. That's when I bought my first shares. I then went back in just under a year later, and I bought some more shares. And then I went back in at the start of 2018 and bought some more shares. You can see the price actually went up quite a bit here. But in comparison to what the price is at now, it's absolute peanuts, obviously. So what I want to do is I'm going to pop a calculator up now and show you what I effectively paid, my gains on that, and what it's worth now. So we'll get up here. So you can see I got £995 that I invest in that for 29 shares of Shopify, and this is in pounds as well. So if we look at the share price at the moment, 1,077. So I'm gonna pop that back up, get the calculator up. Here we go, 1,077 times 29 equals $31,233. So we go 31,233 times 0.78, which is the conversion rate at the moment. So I can see this in pounds. There we go, 24,361. So this investment that I made in 2016 of this great company that I loved turned £1,000 into 24,361. So I'll just get a percentage calculator up in there. So we've got basically £1,000 we put in there. Get our calculator back up. 24,361. 24,361. Calculate. 2,336% is what I made on that investment. So that's kind of my best gain on that first purchase, but I did purchase more of that. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add up this total. So we've got basically, we'll call it 4,000 there. That's rounding it up a bit, but we've got £4,000 invested, and the amount of stocks that we bought is 29 plus 13 plus 22 equals 64 shares. So now we've got 64 times $1,077, which is the current share value, 68,928. 68,928 times the conversion rate equals 53,763. That's how much my Shopify stock is worth right now. I didn't do a screenshot of actually inside my account because I have sold a few shares this year. I've still got a really big holding of Shopify, but I diversified a bit this year and moved into a couple of other stocks, which have also done nicely for me. But you can see there, 53,763. If we put that back in this calculator, back up there, 53,763. My original investment is about 4,000. There we go, 1,244% that I made on this. So one of the best investments that I've made, and obviously it's a ridiculous gain. You wouldn't normally expect that to get in that time period. The reason this worked and the reason I wanted to do a video about this is because I really delved into the company and loved that company. I think when I bought into this stock, I'd not done much investing. I didn't even know what the market cap of the company was. I knew that this company was doing great things in a great space, and I wanted to put my money towards that. The question that I asked myself is this company going to be worth more in 1 year, 5 years, something like that? And the answer was yes, what they're doing, it definitely is going to be. And this year in particular, I've been making really good gains on Shopify over the years, but this year, especially with the tech surge that we've had, it's just gone through the roof. And I'm honestly ecstatic about it because I love the company and they're generally doing great things. And they still are. Now they're being recognized as a market leader, and their 100 billion plus market cap is representing that. If you have a look at some interviews with the CEO, he's a visionary, he's in it for the right reason, he's really, really insightful. You can tell he's running the business well, and I'm really happy with him as the CEO. And just what they do, their movements, how they've built it, and how they've integrated an app store into Shopify, which again is just fantastic. And they just made life so much easier for all of the merchants that want to sell online. That is why I invested in this stock. So all of these gains that I've made, and kind of that's basically £50,000 that I've made from a £4,000 investment. All of those gains that I've made is because I invested in a really, really good company. So I just wanted to do this video just to go over this basically, and kind of stress that you don't need to be day trading or going in risky stocks to make really big percentages. You don't need to do that, but it's about seeing the vision of a company and looking at where it's going. And that's why I was successful in this stock. It was a great company doing great things, and I really believed in the vision. And that's why I've got these kind of returns and made that kind of money off of it. So basically £50,000 I've made from that, from a £4,000 investment. And of course, looking back on this now, you're like, why didn't I put everything that I have in Shopify? But there we go. You can't complain when you're making these kind of percentage increases. So I hope that you found this video useful, just kind of a little bit of transparency going into this trade that I've done, what money I've made from it, and my thought processes behind that. And if you did like the video, please do leave it a like, just so I know this is kind of the stuff that people want to see. And I will be doing further videos, so make sure you subscribe as well. I'll be doing further videos on some other stocks that I've invested in over the years that have done really well. And then just general stuff all to do with putting your money in the right places and making yourself more financially free. So again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to be speaking to you again very soon.